Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. For a long time, intelligence was considered a uniquely human trait, but the more we learn about the animal kingdom, the more we discover creatures capable of problem solving, planning ahead, learning from experience, and even teaching others. Some animals can recognize themselves, use tools, cooperate in highly organized groups, and remember information for years. In today's video, you'll discover some of the smartest animals on the planet and the extraordinary abilities that have earned them a place on this list. Stay tuned until the end and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible wildlife stories and discoveries. Chimpanzees are one of the few animals on Earth that make intelligence feel almost human. They build and use tools, teach skills to younger generations, and solve problems in ways that continue to surprise scientists. In the wild, chimpanzees use sticks to pull insects from trees, crack nuts open with rocks, and communicate through gestures, facial expressions, and dozens of different vocal sounds. Some have even learned to understand basic sign language and recognize themselves in mirrors, a level of self-awareness very few animals possess. What makes them especially fascinating is that their knowledge can actually be passed down through generations, almost like culture. Different chimpanzee groups develop different behaviors and techniques depending on where they live. The more we study chimpanzees, the clearer it becomes just how thin the line between human and animal intelligence really is. People rarely associate reptiles with intelligence. Most assume they rely purely on instinct, but Komodo dragons have shown behaviors that suggest there's far more happening behind those eyes than many people realize. These giant lizards are patient ambush hunters capable of waiting motionless for hours along known animal trails, carefully choosing the perfect moment to strike. Researchers have also observed that Komodo dragons can recognize familiar humans, learn routines, and even distinguish between different keepers in captivity. What makes them especially fascinating is how calculated their behavior can seem. They don't just react, they observe, adapt, and conserve energy with remarkable efficiency. And for an animal most people see as nothing more than a prehistoric predator, that level of awareness is surprisingly advanced. The more scientists study Komodo dragons, the clearer it becomes that reptile intelligence may have been underestimated for a very long time. Rats may not be the first animals people think of when it comes to intelligence. In fact, many people fear them, avoid them, or see them as nothing more than pests. But that doesn't change the fact that rats are incredibly smart animals with abilities that continue to surprise scientists. They can solve complex puzzles, remember routes for long periods of time, and learn from observation alone. Studies have shown that rats are capable of teamwork, decision-making, and even showing empathy toward other rats in distress. What makes them especially impressive is their adaptability. Rats can quickly analyze unfamiliar environments, avoid danger, and come up with new ways to reach food or escape traps. Their memory and problem-solving skills are so advanced that they're often used in scientific research on learning and behavior. And the more we study rats, the clearer it becomes that behind their tiny size is a remarkably intelligent and highly social animal. Some birds are intelligent. African gray parrots are on an entirely different level. These birds are widely considered among the smartest animals on Earth, capable of solving problems, understanding patterns, and even learning hundreds of human words. But what makes them truly remarkable isn't just imitation, it's comprehension. Studies have shown that African greys can associate words with objects, colors, numbers, and even emotions. Some researchers compare their cognitive abilities to those of young children. They also possess incredible memory and social intelligence. In the wild, these parrots live in highly organized groups where communication is essential for survival. Their brains are built for learning, adapting, and forming long-term bonds. And the more scientists study African gray parrots, the more it becomes clear that behind those calm eyes is a level of awareness far more advanced than most people ever imagined. Crows are often considered some of the smartest animals on the entire planet, and for good reason. These birds possess a level of intelligence so advanced that scientists are still trying to fully understand how their minds work. They can recognize and remember human faces for years, especially people they see as dangerous. Even more surprisingly, crows are able to warn other crows about specific individuals, passing this information throughout their group. But their abilities go far beyond memory. Crows can use tools, solve complex puzzles, plan ahead, and even figure out multi-step problems to reach food. Some have been seen bending sticks into hooks, while others drop nuts onto roads and wait for cars to crack them open. And the more researchers observe crows in the wild, the clearer it becomes. Behind those dark feathers is an intelligence far more advanced than most people could ever imagine. Far beneath the surface of the ocean, whales have been carrying on conversations long before humans ever began trying to understand them. These giants of the sea are considered some of the most intelligent creatures on Earth, and the deeper scientists study them, the more astonishing they become. Many whale species communicate using complex patterns of clicks, pulses, and haunting songs that can travel for miles underwater. Some researchers even believe certain groups may have their own regional dialects, almost like accents passed between generations. Their intelligence also appears through teamwork. Humpback whales, for example, use an incredible hunting strategy known as bubble net feeding, where several whales work together to trap fish inside giant spirals of bubbles before striking in perfect coordination. But perhaps the most fascinating part is how much still remains unknown. Elephants are not only the largest land animals on Earth, they're also among the most intelligent. Beneath their enormous size lies a level of memory, emotion, and social intelligence that continues to amaze scientists around the world. Elephants are capable of recognizing themselves in mirrors, solving complex problems, and remembering locations of water sources for many years. Their memory is so advanced that entire herds can survive droughts by following older elephants that remember safe routes from decades earlier. But what truly makes elephants remarkable is their emotional intelligence. They form deep family bonds, protect injured members of the herd, comfort one another in distress, and even appear to mourn their dead. Young elephants learn by observing older members of the group, passing knowledge from one generation to the next. And when you spend time watching elephants interact, it becomes impossible not to notice just how thoughtful, aware, and emotionally complex these incredible animals truly are. At first glance, cattle may not seem like the most intelligent animals on Earth, but scientists have discovered that cows possess surprisingly sophisticated cognitive abilities and complex social behavior. They can recognize individual faces, remember other members of their herd for years, and even distinguish between different people. Studies have also shown that cattle are capable of learning from experience, solving simple problems, and adapting their behavior when faced with new challenges. Perhaps even more impressive is their social intelligence. Cows form friendships, develop social hierarchies, and can become stressed when separated from animals they are closely bonded with. They also display curiosity, emotional awareness, and different personality traits, with some individuals being more confident, cautious, or adventurous than others. Octopuses are widely considered some of the smartest creatures in the entire ocean. Unlike most marine animals, they survive not through strength or speed, but through intelligence, curiosity, and an incredible ability to adapt. What makes them especially fascinating is their nervous system. An octopus has thousands of neurons spread throughout its body, and remarkably, many of them are located inside its arms. This means each arm can move and react almost independently, allowing the animal to explore and solve problems in ways that seem almost unreal. And the more researchers study octopuses, the clearer it becomes. These mysterious creatures think in ways completely different from almost anything else on Earth. When people think of intelligence in the animal kingdom, primates are usually among the first animals that come to mind. From chimpanzees and baboons to gorillas and orangutans, these animals display remarkable problem-solving abilities, sophisticated communication, and an impressive capacity for learning. But intelligence isn't always used for cooperation. In the wild, many primates are known for their territorial behavior, fierce competition, and carefully calculated aggression. Their ability to assess situations, form alliances, and adapt their strategies is one of the reasons they remain among the most fascinating animals on Earth. Tiny, fragile, and easy to overlook, yet hidden inside a beehive is one of the most organized societies in the natural world. Honeybees may look simple, but their intelligence is far more advanced than most people realize. Inside the hive, every bee has a role. Some gather nectar, others defend the colony, care for the young, or build perfectly structured honeycombs with incredible precision. Bees can even communicate through movement. Using something called the waggle dance, they share the exact direction and distance of flowers with the rest of the hive. Scientists have discovered that bees can recognize patterns, remember locations, and make decisions together as a group. And the more we learn about them, the clearer it becomes. These tiny creatures are far smarter than they seem.